grave. Under neon lights we take a stand.
I told you I was going to change the song. Good morning. Hello, my nerds. It is time for the tabletop role-playing game Kickstarter projects that are coming to an end the first week of the new year. I don't know why I'm talking like this. How are you doing? Hopefully you're all well, you're healthy, you're happy. It is Friday, Thursday, Monday, who knows? It's the first week of the new year. Let's see what Kickstarter type projects are coming to an end. I don't know anything about the first one, but it's got a pig on the cover, which just makes it awesome. Doesn't really matter. It could be about anything. It's a pig on the cover. It's awesome. So let's see what this is. Well, it's got wild magic in the cover, the name, so it's probably something to do with 5e. And sure enough, this is from Power Word Tabletop. Power Word Tabletop. Would that mean that the person would then like just bend over and act like they're a tabletop? Oh, I'm no longer a red dragon. I'm a tabletop. Come put your tea on me, boys and girls. I don't know. Anyways, it's $13 or 13 pounds, which is about $13, $14. It's adding more stuff for wild magic to 5e, 400 new wild magic effects, multiple subclasses, creatures, feats, and more. A lot of fun stuff within the 50 pages of this $13 PDF. Doesn't really go into too much detail. Let's see if we can find some examples other than the pig. This is their Kickstart page. How do you randomly roll? Well, I guess you roll first on the table because it says there's 4 tables, and then you roll percentile. One is woe, whimsical, weird, and wicked. So I guess you would be like, oh, wild magic surge, weird, because that's the example. Number 12, a permanent clone of you appears somewhere in the world. The only distinct difference between you and it is its name and its eye color. The clone has his own goals, beliefs, and wonders. Maybe one day you'll meet them. So does that mean I know that the clone exists, or just the clone exists, but I have no idea? So it could be wild magic and, well, something happened. I don't know what. I would need more explanation. Plus some new wild-shaped creatures, because I guess that sort of fits, because it's got wild in the name. And then we got some wild subclasses, like the Bard College of Chaos, some wild feats and wild weapons. I think you're stretching the thing too far there, dude. But it's got a pig on the cover, so I'm willing to forgive it anything because it's got a pig on the cover. And it's $13. Moving on, we've got some Dungeons & Dragons classic stuff. This one's called Goblin Raid on the Winter Stockade. It's for D&D or any D20 type role-playing game, and it seems to be a Christmas-themed adventure. $10 for the PDF. That's pretty cool. It's a holiday-themed, old-school type dungeon encounter designed for 5e or whatever, designed for levels 1 through 3. You have to deal with some goblins trying to take over Santa's workshop. Typical Christmassy, holiday-themed type adventure. Wait a minute, you're not Santa. You're a goblin wearing a Santa costume. Oh, it took you that long to figure it out. Also, there's a plant growing out of that stocking. No, okay, no, there's a wreath above it, but it does look like there's a plant growing out of the stocking, which, if it was intentional, would be something a goblin would do. Anyways, it's $10. It's Christmas. It's goblins. What's not to love? Then we have Back to Basics, spelled B-A-S-I-X, from Throwy Games, THROWIGAMES, one word. It is a Dungeons & Dragons D20 old school zine and a Gamma World zine. So it contains both stuff for Gamma World or mutant type stuff and DX type stuff. It's $24 for the PDF and POD. Let's see. Basically, it seems to be your typical zine with adventures, articles, examples, suggestions, new monsters, new treasures, new stuff. One themed more around fantasy and the other themed more around post-apocalypse, but specifically Gamma World. But, you could hammer it into any D20 type game that you're using. Then from Spiral Lane Productions, we have The White Frost Plague, a Meteor Tales RPG campaign. This is for the Meteor Tales role-playing game. No, I've never heard of it either. Let's see what it is. I'm assuming it's something to do with a meteor. It's on drive-through. It's a medieval fantasy role-playing game, which is okay. Well, that's all I need to know. It's a medieval fantasy role-playing game with, I guess, maybe a meteor is involved, or I don't know, or maybe the name of the world is a meteor. Are they on a meteor? It doesn't tell me, but this is an expansion to it. It's called the White Frost Plague. I'm assuming it has something to do with snow. A long-term form of adventure in the setting. Your party will save Frozen North from a calamity. So the ice is encroaching. Barbarians are coming down from the ice. Sounds vaguely familiar, like a certain TV show that ended badly with some. Oh, there's ice on the other side of this wall, and the ice is getting worse, and there's things in the ice, but this is totally has nothing to do with that. Anyways, it's $15. So, okay. We have hand-drawn double match dungeon maps from TPK Compass. This is called 30 hand-drawn dungeon maps for any tabletop role-playing games built around 3 themes. System neutral, $25 for over 100 digital maps, 36 new hand-drawn maps for your fantasy adventure, plus older maps from our prior stuff, caves, temples, and castles. These are all digital maps. So you download them, and then you have them online, but if you want to use them, you still got to either print them out or port them over to your VTT digital thingy of choice. And then if you do that, you should probably double check for viruses, like I say every week. But hey, $25 for over 100 maps. That seems pretty good. The quality seems decent. Yeah. I can't find it. Yeah. From Bed Meadows from Pyramid Games, we have Monsters of the Month, Mindless Devastation for D&D 5e. Or any D20 type thing. It says NZ $6 for the PDF of the book and encounters. NZ? New Zealand? Okay. New NZ 5. Air New Zealand. That's what it gets me. If you left LAX at 8:29 tonight, you arrive in New Zealand at 6:24 tomorrow. That's not what I was asking, but anyone know the flight history of Air New Zealand flight NZ25? No? Okay, well, I'm assuming NZ means New Zealand. So it's $6 in New Zealand. I have no idea what that is in American, but I can't imagine it's too much. It's new monsters, seemingly built around hordes of things, like swarms of bees and swarms of slime and swarms of, just undead. So basically it's just, here's, I guess, mindless devastation, swarms. There's just a swarm of monsters. It doesn't, it doesn't have any ideas beyond just coming in and eating all your crops or eating all the people in your village. So just different takes on swarms, different ideas for swarms and mass combat, and how does 1 or 2 adventurers deal with hopefully they would add a swarm system. Do I have to hit point by hit point each individual member of the swarm, or does the swarm have a consistent hit point pool that I'm taking the hit points from, and when the pool has reached zeros, the swarm is dispersed no matter how many is left, which is probably the way I think you would do a swarm rules. I don't know. That's it. $6 for a bunch of new monsters. Can't say no to that. $25 for a ton of cool new maps. Other than I still have to print them out. Not bad. Adventures in the snow with hordes of bad guys. I mean, yeah. Okay, yeah. Zines. Always love zines. Always want to support zines, Christmas themed adventure. Okay, save it for next year. And obviously, I like this one, even though I have no idea what it's about other than wild magic. But it's got a pig on the cover. How could you not love a pig on the cover? Pigs are cute and tasty. Anyways, that's it for all the tabletop role-playing game crowdfunding projects. Links in the description down below for anybody who's curious and supporting them. We'll be back this time next week for even more. And for the rest of the year, because really that's all I have to talk about is other people's Kickstarters. Zang. Thank you as always, Ian World, and thank you each and every one of you for sticking with me and joining me for the brand new year. Stay safe.
Roll the dice and ride the wave. Quest and dragons, the news we crave. Under neon lights we take a stand. Knights and wizards across the land.